Hey everyone, CRE Productions back again. Hope everybody out there had a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas. Whatever you may have done to celebrate this past week, I hope you had a great time with it. Today, I got this from my wife for Christmas, so I'm very excited because this is my first Cobalt Drake. Not necessarily unfortunately, but it is the clear version, so I'm not afraid to use it. It's a lot easier to obtain, I've noticed. I see a lot of people online posting their gifts from it. But I did order mine separately online through eBay. It's a lot cheaper than getting the original version. Going to see how it compares weight wise and everything like that. I do like the looks of it, so it's not like I'm really settling necessarily. And like I said, I do get to use it because it's not painted. So super duper stoked to have this finally. It's going to be a nice addition to my collection. So before we get into it, let's go ahead and check out our nice little brown box. Now, from what I understand, this is what the boxes look like for when you get something from the rare get pulls system that they have on the apps. I can't read any of this, of course, so just showing it off real quick. So yeah, there you go. There you can see our 460F. We're going to get 416 flat. I assume this says something about the clear version. Of course, I also do not know. Someone can pull up the translator function on their phone and find out for sure. But I will just open the box and check out what we have inside. Here's our instruction booklet. Incredible. And here's our Beyblade in the packaging. The clear just looks amazing. Can't wait to get that out of its wrapping. I love the white flat with the clear upper portion and the clear 460. This is just an absolutely phenomenal looking combo. This is going to look really good as well. So let's go ahead and take this out of its packaging and show you guys that. Here's our completed Beyblade, Cobalt Drake, 460 flat. Like I said, the clear just looks absolutely phenomenal all across. You get the clear plastic underneath the Cobalt Drake. It definitely did feel a little bit heavy as well, so I'm very excited to check out the weight. I'll do that off camera. I do know that this does have some competitive use, or at least it did before the power creep due to its weight. And I do like the shape. Nice 4 wings right there. Let's check the side profile first. A little bit of upper attack. You have some slight slopes, nothing crazy. Not necessarily what it's used for. Looks like it'll have good smash attack and right spin with these blunt edges here and these ends of the tails back here, or the end of the dragon head. This with the motif in the center. As you can see, there's our Cobalt Drake. Let me pull up Cobalt Dragoon and compare the two. So a fitting evolution. 4 wings here, 4 wings here. Obviously this one's less spin, so they face the other direction. But you can definitely see where the inspiration came from, for sure, in terms of the evolution. I believe I do have Impact Drake on pre-order as well, so I'm super stoked to get that as well. Instead of flat, we get Cyclone, which is cool. 260 instead of 460. So definitely a fitting evolution for this Beyblade. So let me go ahead and weigh it, do some quick test spins, and we'll talk about if it's worth buying this late in the game. It has been a while since the first Cobalt Drake released, and I'm finally getting it a little bit late, but nothing wrong with that. So let's go ahead, get the weight, and have a quick discussion. So after weighing my Cobalt Drake, I ended up with a weight of 37.32 grams, which makes it my 3rd heaviest blade that I have so far in Beyblade X. I do have a Phoenix Wing and Cobalt Dragoon that weigh more than it. Cobalt Dragoon does have some interesting niche applications in the meta, and Phoenix Wing is obviously a staple. So having this in that ballpark is definitely very exciting for me. I do want to try some defense combos with it. I do believe those are relatively popular for Cobalt Drake. Let's go ahead and assemble our Beyblade real quick, show that off in full. Take a look at that. As I was saying, definitely excited to try this out in different combos, especially since I don't have to worry about a metal coat on this one. I'm sure that does add a little bit of weight, which would make it a little more competitive with what I have. Nonetheless, this is an absolutely must get, even this late in the game, at least from a collecting standpoint as well. Of course, if you can afford the blue one and don't want to use it, I would definitely recommend getting that one just for the, anime accuracy. But this is just gorgeous, honestly. This is probably my favorite looking Beyblade right now. And you can use it without fear of metal coat, and it has competitive use still. So that's exciting. I do want to test it against, Wizard Rod, Phoenix Wing, Tyranno Beat, Cobalt Dragoon combos. I have not gotten some of the newer releases like Silver Wolf or Whale Wave, etc. So unfortunately can't compare it against those combos and do that. But that's sort of what we want to talk about, is whether you should get this in 2024 going into 2025. I paid, I think, $34, $35 for this. Or, my wife did, I should say, Christmas gift. But I did see the listing and sent it to her. So Don't judge me. Anyways, a little bit steep for a Beyblade product, especially when you can get Phoenix Wing in the United States. Let's go ahead and bring that out. Show you guys my Phoenix Wings condition. Especially when you can get this for 20 bucks, sometimes less on sale, and you get 960 as well as a string launcher. So it really depends if you're just trying to collect or not. Of course, I'm more of a collector and really wanted a Cobalt Drake for the collection, so that's the main reason I wanted this. But should you buy it? Yes and no. Like, I hate to be that guy, but yes and no, because we're unsure if we're getting a Hasbro Cobalt Drake in the future, and if we are, it might be an unpainted version like this. And if that's the case, then I'm going to be really mad I spent this much on it, of course. But we'll get to that bridge when we get there. But then we have Phoenix Wing, which also looks incredible. I love the red coat. Heavyweight, you can use it in attack and defense combos and balance combos to great use in the Beyblade X metagame. And this has a very wide, easy to find Hasbro release. So if you had to pay between the two, I'd probably go with Phoenix Wing. But if you're a collector like me and you're trying to decide if you want to spend the money, I would definitely consider this Cobalt Drake if you cannot already buy the the $200 or whatever it costs now blue coated version. This is definitely a must get for a collector, especially because it looks great. Lastly, if you're trying to decide between Cobalt Dragoon and unpainted Cobalt Drake, I would think this was probably the better buy, not necessarily from a competitive standpoint, but because you get the left spin launcher, and with other future left spins coming out, this is the only way to get a left spin launcher right now, as the El Dragos are boosters, and then we'll get the left spin Dragon Winder launcher with the Dragoon 25th anniversary set that is coming out. So this is definitely something you should consider buying as well before you buy Cobalt Drake, but if you have both of those Beyblades already, definitely worth picking this up, at least from a competitive standpoint, if not just a collector standpoint. So I'm going to go ahead and do a test launch and see what we can do with Cobalt Drake. Our token sacrifice is going to be Hell's Hammer. So let's go ahead and launch Hell's Hammer first. That was a weak launch. And an instant KO. Didn't expect that. Another instant KO. So that's cool. I can't necessarily say this is a strong attack type right out the box, of course. It does have good weight. Leads me to believe it does have some use as an attack type, but I do see a lot of defense combinations with Cobalt Drake online, so those are what I want to head into first, but it'll be exciting to test this against a proper defense type, because Hell's Hammer, as you can see, has a lot of recoil and is easily pushed around by the heavier Beyblade. We're going to do some testing off camera, talk about it in the future, maybe see whether if this is worth picking up or not in terms of competitive Beyblade. I also want to thank you guys for watching. Drop a like on this video if you enjoy Cobalt Drake. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below, if you have the blue painted version, if you bought this version, or you just don't want to spend the money either way. And then go ahead and subscribe to my channel for future Beyblade X content. I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been CRU Productions. Take it easy, guys.